So I did my first Pokemon Nuzlocke ever. I figured I've been playing Pokemon since Red version back in the way back on the big old gray brick, and it was about time I finally step up to the challenge. And boy oh boy, did it blow up in my face spectacularly. It could not have gone worse, all at the hands of a vicious freaking penguin of all things. I figured for my first time I wanted to play a fan game, something new and interesting I would never have seen before. So I went with Pokemon Gaia, a nice little fan game, a whole new region to explore. And well, I'll show you the stream for little bits and you can kind of get the general vibe of how I got absolutely bent over and railed maliciously. So it started off simply enough, standard fare. We started by meeting Professor Redwood, this weird archaeologist dude with kind of some scruffy goatee thing, and then seeing our character sprite. You know, standard shit that we do every Pokemon game. And we pick our name, went with my streaming name, just Caver23, because I stream all the time. And from there, we were off to the races. Upon waking up at our house, we head downstairs, we get a letter from our mom saying, hey, we have an overdue library book. You know, nothing too serious. And we rush off back up to our room to go bring that book back. You know, like a good kid. All is going well in Pokemon Land, and I have no idea that there's a penguin ready to shank me straight in the butthole. After exploring the town a little bit, seeing some weird ruins down there, we finally bring our book back to this crazy old lady who says, hey, that's actually my book, not the library's. Give it here. Suspicious, but you know what? When in doubt, just trust the old lady, right? After returning the book, we go back to the lab where the professor's waiting to give us our first Pokemon. There's a nice selection between a Prinplup, which in hindsight, had murder on its goddamn mind the entire freaking time, a Chimchar, who would be our selection, who we would lovingly call Mookie. Now, Mookie was a very good little monkey, and he carried a lot of weight for our team, and that turtle no one will ever speak of or think of again because he was ignored completely. So, after doing a little bit of level grinding, we back over to the house, we run into the professor and our rival. Just kind of chatting it up and telling us, hey, we need to go investigate some stuff and get this care package, with some balls and a Pokedex in it, and a Redwood card, which serves as my official ID that I'm essentially an unpaid intern. The joys of capitalism. And now with balls in tow, we can finally start building our team. The first thing we run into is a Tailo. A little bit shrimpy at a level 2, but I figured it's better than nothing, and hey, a flying type is probably gonna come in handy, right? So we shunk our first ball at it, and we successfully catch our little Tailo, who we decide to call Burb. B-U-R-B, because he's a little bird. Well, she, but you get the idea. And just like that, we now have 2 Pokemon to work with. It would not be enough. At this point, I'm still thinking safety is the best policy, and I'm making damn sure that I follow through with it, and in a little patch of grass, we run to a Lotad, which I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. The water grass type that gets Rain Dish, so it just gets stronger and heals from water type moves, that's gonna be perfect. That's the perfect counterpoint to Mookie. So, once again, mighty Pokeball in tow, we add it to our team. And of course, in my infinite stupidity, I name it Mr. Pizzazz, not realizing that it is in fact a lady Lotad. You know, because observation is important, and I was apparently having none of that. Surprisingly, the gym leader for the very first area of this nice, lovely region uses fairy types, which honestly didn't give us that much trouble, and I figured if this is what we're going to be dealing with, you know, level 11 fairy types like a Clefairy, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. But of course, after just punching all of his Pokemon into pure pulverized submission, he decides, well, that doesn't count, I'm not giving you my badge, and runs away into the woods. What a little. We eventually go off into the woods, hunt him down, and convince him to give us our rightfully earned badge, and then it's time to venture on to our next area. Unfortunately, to get through this area, we have to go through a tunnel. And boy oh boy, would this tunnel start to spell the beginning of the end for my most valuable player, Mr. Pizzazz. So at this point, our team consisted of the level 13 Mr. Pizzazz, level 24 Mookie, level 4 Kingshit, level 13 Burb, a level 11 Dwebble we called Mr. Krabs, and a level 8 Ghastly that we called Spooks. The first poor unfortunate victim was Kingshit, by a confusion from a Woobat. So we could no longer use Kingshit. R.I.P. little man, you had great promise, and honestly a shitty way to go out. Let's just be upfront. You got confused by a Woobat and put in the dirt, like, in the most disrespectful way, after almost dropping Mookie, which was, like, the biggest twist. But he was our first victim. R.I.P. Chief. I'm on level with you. At one point, I even started bartering with the cave gods to just let me be done and get out of here in one piece, man. It was just going so poorly. Like, yeah. The second victim of the cave would be Mr. Pizzazz, who's actually a lady, to level 14 Aaron. While paralyzed, he fought valiantly. Well, she. It's confusing, okay? And, well, yeah, that was the second death to this cave of nightmares. I did for... Oh, fuck, we just lost Mr. Pizzazz. Oh, no. It just kept getting worse. Luckily, Mookie was able to get us the rest of the way out of the cave, and from there, we had to start our eulogies, which is something I was honestly hoping to put off for way longer than I actually did. It was only our second stream with this team, and it was already time to start saying our goodbyes. Here lies Mr. Pizzazz, who is actually a lady. It came in super clutch in the first gym, and honestly was starting to get to be a foundational member of this team. Was taken before his time by an really up my ass, Aaron. You will be missed, Mr./Mrs. Pizzazz, the Lotad. Here lies king shit. We literally just caught you after you poisoned and almost killed Mookie. You started as an enemy, and the only way we were actually able to get out of that fight with you was by just capturing you, because you were the one capture for the route. Rest in peace, king shit. So, picking up Skittle the Clefairy, and I don't even know what else anymore. It was just, I was befuddled that everything was transpiring so poorly. We ran into a Muna, which we decided to capture as our area capture, and lovingly named Testicle. Because come on, if you've seen a Muna, you know, if you know, you know, man. It's not rocket science. Stay in there. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Testicle. I love you so much. I'm not saying that out loud. We're not doing that, okay? We're moving on immediately. We're never looking at it again. Oof. So now it was finally time to get our second gym badge and the EXP share. But first we had to fight our way through our rival, Booth. And little did I know, this would be absolutely torturous, because I had to sit there and watch everything I'd been working toward get murdered, one by one, indiscriminately. I'll just let you watch, and you can enjoy my pure pain and torture as I know what's happening, and just am powerless to stop it. I was grinding and everything, and still somehow am almost out-leveled. If Mookie's my strongest, and he's only 5 above your opening, that's bad for me. Mookie, please, just storm through his entire team, no mercy, okay? That's what I need from you. I can handle a Swablu, right? I mean, it's a flying, so that could be problematic. Fuck it, Flame Wheel, let's go. Just fucking stomp their brains out, please. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, no, we gotta get at my... You super potion wielding son of a bitch. My punch. Punch it in the dick. My punch. When in doubt, outspeed them. Every single time. Oh, thank you, Mookie. Before, I would have been able to just switch out to Mr. Pizzazz, who's actually a woman. But now I don't have that option. All right, Testicle, let's see what you got. Yawn. Fuck you and your bubble. You washed my nut, you weirdo. Stop it. Are you a steel type yet? Because Empoleon is part steel type, right? You can handle another bubble unless it crits, in which case... Okay. You're asleep. Awesome possum. We love that for me. Alright, Mookie. Now you can drop in. Its name is Testicle. And it will be until the moment it dies. Okay, I don't know if you're steel type yet, but we're going to go ahead and tempt fate with the flame wheel. Stay asleep, you weird double mohawked bastard. Thank you. Don't really try, but I also don't know how to shut the fuck up. Brother, go down. No, no. Hey, don't do it. Not like this. No. No! This run might about to be coming to a tragic end before I even got to the second gym. Testicle. Let's fuck him up. Alright. No, Testicle about to die. He's cooked. I don't... No. Not like this. Please. Skittle! Skittle, save me! Metronome. Metronome of fucking thunder out of nowhere. Please, pull it right out of your ass. Literally watching a wholesale slaughter. Oh. I'm about to have so many eulogies to do. I don't even know half of you that well. I just got you. Brother, why? Burb. Quick attack, Burb. Are you gonna be the sole survivor, Burb? Please. Fuck. It wasn't supposed to go like this. Hey, Spooks. Listen. I've got a lot to ask of you, and you have no way of making it happen. Just fuck it. Lick his face. Lick his whole stupid face. You didn't even do that. Do you know what you've just done? Oh, the go live notification about a grown man crying was accurate. Don't bother healing them. I have to put them in the great beyond anyway. Do I even have anything in the box? I have one. It was Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is the sole survivor of the Boof Massacre. Testicle, you didn't even get a chance to shine, man. Organized boxes. Alright, let's get this Yugoogleizing done. Here lies Mookie, our starter Pokemon, who was savagely beaten down by a fucking Prinplup. Because the son of a bitch woke up 2 seconds before he could put the final moves on him. You were a great Pokemon, Mookie. I'm sorry to have to do this to you. May you rest in peace. Burb, you honestly spent most of your time at the daycare just hitting on bitches. So, like, GG's, I guess. Ah, Spooks, I was so excited when I found you. I was gonna be super happy to have a Gengar. But apparently you can in fact die twice, so goodbye, Spooks. Oh, Miss Thick, we just found you in a cave, right at the beginning of this. And I guess you're going back to the cave now. Skittle, honestly, you came clutch in a few times. You out of nowhere Psycho Cut, but again, it's time for the Great Beyond. And here lies my dead nut Testicle. I caught you on a whim, and now you are released all the same. Fuck! So after all of our eulogies were completed, that left us with the lonely Mr. Krabs, who is going to conveniently die off camera to a Paris who just absolutely wrecked it. And yeah, that's the story of how my first ever Nuzlocke attempt went horribly awry at the hands of one extremely grumpy freaking penguin. We are starting another Nuzlocke, though, of Emerald. Now, Emerald I have played a lot of. I know what to expect. The only thing is, it's a randomized run, so it's going to be a little sketchy. Hopefully you stop by, catch us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Central, and maybe you can help me avoid this unfortunate fate from unfolding once again. Hopefully you have fun, stay safe, bye.